All right, YouTube. This is the Web Wealth Whisperer, and we are here talking about precious metals today. I know I've in the past been into crypto investments, which I still am, and stocks and that kind of thing, but recently I was introduced into precious metals, so kind of wanted to document my journey into this world. And there's a lot of things for a beginner to to know about this, and whether you should start with silver or gold. Both silver and gold are up, close to their highs, if not their highs, in value. However, gold has run a lot more than silver. So to me, it makes sense to start in silver. Plus, silver's a lot cheaper, about 100 times cheaper than gold per ounce and that kind of thing. So it's kind of a good place to start. There's different types of silver you can do, and, different people have different opinions. But there's constitutional silver, also called junk silver. There's coins, there's rounds, there's bars, there's jewelry. You can stack in a lot of different ways, and everyone will have their own opinion. But today we are going to start with constitutional or junk silver. And the neat part about this kind of silver is it might be in your pocket right now. And if not right now, you might have seen it before or had it before, because any coins like the dime or the quarter or the $50, if they were made prior to 1965, they were made out of silver. So this dime, if it was made in 1965, would be worth 10 cents. But because it was made in 64, it has 90% silver, so its value is closer to $3 right now. And there's the mercury dime is the same. These they're typically more worn than the Roosevelts, but they should still be the same value-wise, about $3 right now. Quarters, you've got your regular quarter, you've got the Standing Liberty, you've got the Barber quarter. Oh yeah, there's Barber dime too. Those are about $7 right now. And the $50, you've got the Franklin, the Walking Liberty, the Kennedy. Those are about $14 with the silver content. So some people like to start stacking this kind of silver because it's cheaper than the ounces. Also, if there's ever a time where barter, say the dollar collapses and we go into a barter system, a lot of people think, having this stuff is, going to be helpful. This would be like, having a bunch of $3 bills. If you ever have to, use this instead of our paper money that we keep debasing and inflating away. So, some other coins in here. We've got an Eisenhower that was made partially out of silver. We've got a Morgan dollar. These aren't the best to collect because collectors also collect them, so sometimes the premiums on those are higher, and if you're just wanting silver content, it might not be the best route to go. There's also the peace dollar up here. And the way constitutional works, it's about, I think it's 28 times the face value. So for a dime, that's where I get it's almost $3 because 28, times 10 cents is $2.80, that kind of thing. These are the barber dime, quarter, $half. They did make war nickels at one time. Those are worth a couple bucks. I think they're 40% silver. Only the 1964 Kennedys were 90% silver. The ones from 65 to 70, those were 40%. So those are worth more like what a quarter is worth. And these are just, the back of the coins and that kind of thing. A lot of times you don't see this kind of money or silver in capsules because people don't really try to protect it that much. But I just kind of like being able to show it. So I put at least one in a capsule. So that is constitutional silver. That's basically where to get started. Some people like dimes, some people like quarters. And it's like I said, it's a good cheap way to get started because for $3 you can get your first constitutional silver, and start your stack on pretty much any budget. Or you can go and instead of spending $40 on an ounce of silver, you can get quite a few little coins for that same amount. Now this is just a special coin. It's like convex and concave with the ball and the glove. It's a Hall of Fame coin, which had some silver in it, so I think that's kind of cool. So I picked that one up. These over here, they're just toned coins. They're not valuable because of silver content or anything. I just liked them because the toning color was kind of cool. They're probably artificial toning, I would imagine, but I still think they're kind of neat. And so this is my start on constitutional silver. I probably want to fill this little tube up with dimes and maybe start a quarter tube, and hopefully we never get to a barter system in my lifetime. But if you have a situation where it happens, it's nice to be prepared. So this is my start to that. So that's kind of cool. Now I have a pretty cool silver collection. A lot of people just stack whatever's cheapest. Like, they'll get either silver eagles, or whatever coin they like the best. The maple leaves, the Britannias, those are the country coins. Or you can get like buffaloes, for instance, the rounds that, never were a coin. They were never issued by the mint, but they're just made of silver. So I have a collection. I started a collection of those. I didn't, go for pure weight at the beginning. I went for the fun ones, like they're Spider-Man and Batman and Star Wars, those kind of coins. So I will probably in their next video, I'll show you my collection of silver coins, and that's kind of fun. But this was the start of my journey, and And hopefully, if you have any advice for new stackers, or if you want to put your opinion down there, what you like to collect. Do you like constitutional? Do you prefer stacking something bigger, like 10-ounce bars or kilos, or do you like stacking the coins, or do you hate silver and you like gold, which has increased a lot more in value here recently? So let me know in the comments, and yeah, they hope you either learned something from this, or maybe maybe you can help someone else learn something. All right, have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you next time.